I'm Kalada Kurubatbo, and it's time for us to switch the conversation a little bit. Still focused on the local government election, but this time we will be doing a postmortem. We will be looking at the activities of RSIEC and how the political players, the political actors, conducted themselves during the local government election. Now, I've got different expressions, or should I say opinions, or how do I put it, views as to what transpired on Saturday, the 5th of October. Now, some are saying, oh, the election should not have held in the first place. We know those people, the PDP and the faction of the APC. But we're not looking at that for now. We're looking at those who participated. For instance, I think I did meet one of the contestants, a councillor in Falga, I think Ward 16 on Saturday, for Labour, was not transparent. I didn't meet, and it was held up on, was it Sunday, and then it was announced, and it didn't follow the trend of announcement. You know, APP 122, it got to a J. It was a different story. So we'll look at all of that and we'll get talking. All right, well, to join me, I was going to welcome you one more time, but to join me, let me welcome my guest to have this conversation as a lawyer. Has been here before, and when he came in the last time, we talked about, you know, distributing appointments and if it is possible to evenly distribute it. And to my surprise that day, he focused on HA and he only talked about constituency 1, and we will look at that as well. But welcome on the show. I'm talking about a lawyer and now a socio-political commentator, Barrister Paul Nwankwoala. It's good to have you on the show. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Mr. Kalada.
All right. Okay, so you had my introduction, a very long, lengthy introduction, I should say. But how would you describe the election?
Thank you. For purposes of the listening public, I'm Barrister Paul Nwankwoala, Head, Legal Services, International Society for Social Justice and Human Rights.
Okay.
An accredited observer to this.
So come again. International
Society for Social Justice and Human Rights.
Okay, I'll take note of that.
Yes. And the body, which is a human rights body, was an accredited agent to River State Independent Electoral Commission, which will fully participate as credits, of which I am one within the body. Yes. The election that held on 5th October 2024, conducted by River State Independent Electoral Commission, was an election that was near perfection. Near perfection. You cannot have...
I want to understand, you said near perfection, so it wasn't perfect.
Yeah, it is near perfection.
Okay.
There is no election the world over that is 100% perfect.
Okay.
And I score INEC. I score River State Independent Electoral Commission, RSIEC. I score them 97%.
Why 97? What were those few things that did not go well, that did not go right from your observation, or from, you know, the Human Rights Agency observation?
Yeah, just that in some in some units where I monitor the election, electoral material that ordinarily would have got to those wards about 8, 9, got there about 10 a.m. in the morning. Few units in the wards I monitored. I was an accredited agent, and my area of jurisdiction, which I covered within that election, was Echie Constituency 1, which has 10 wards, 10 political wards. I thought around the 10 political wards in Echie Constituency 1.
Was that voting? Some people say that, you know, voting wasn't really, you know, very evident in HA. Is that report accurate, given the fact that you taught the whole of Constituency 1?
That is fallacious.
Okay.
Fallacious. RSIEC deployed her officers on time, deployed election material on time.
Okay.
Within the 10 wards I monitored, just about five units or thereabout where I got some little complaints of a late arrival of INEC officials.
RSIEC officials.
Yes, RSIEC officials. About five units thereabout. You can appreciate the fact that within a ward, you have up to 10 units, 12 units, 13 units, 14 units, as the case may be. Just like in Ibodo ward, Ibodo has 14 units. Other wards within Constance 1 and Dash ward, the Baby ward, Mba ward, Umuria Park ward, Okehe ward, name them. None of them has less than 10 units. So I made sure a third round.
And everything went according to plan, in your opinion. Okay, let me stop you there. PDP, a faction of the APC, have gone to court. They are saying, the process was not done right. Are you afraid? Because from your expression, from your, tone, from the way you speak, you're excited about the election.
Very well.
Okay. Do you see, court cases nullifying this process? From other observers who you must have interacted with, do you think the process went well in other places as well? Let's get your thoughts on that.
The possibility of nullification of the election is not there. Remotely not there. It's not there because the election was conducted in line with the RSIEC guideline and was marked as being fair and credible. So the possibility of obtaining election in respect of any councillor or chairman who was declared elected is not there. It's not there. Because given the wards, I monitored the election as an accredited observer. Election went smoothly. Materials deployed on time. Registered voters came and exercised their franchise. Voted according to the way. There was no intimidation, no rancor, no skirmishes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, you are a lawyer, and you must be aware of the move by members of the National Assembly to amend the Constitution, or to create, not amend now, to create a body that will conduct local government elections for states.
Yeah.
Given what RSIEC has done, I beg your pardon, given what RSIEC has done, and given the percentile you're giving to RSIEC, you said 97%,
Yes.
that's what you scored them. Do you think RSIEC and its conduct on Saturday makes a good case for state electoral commissions? As a lawyer, tell me, what do you think?
If state independent electoral commissions were to conduct the election in the form and manner which Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission did conduct the 5th October local government election, my dear brother, I will tell you, no need arises for the creation of a national independent commission to conduct state local government elections. Reason is that RSIEC did marvelously well.
Okay.
And I can score them like I did. I did score them 97%. Not even Independent National Electoral Commission.
Okay.
INEC. Not even has it in the history of all elections in Nigeria performed in the manner and form that
RSIEC did. Are you serious?
That RSIEC credibly did.
Interesting. What do you think? What RSIEC did different from what INEC would have done, or what any other electoral body would have done? What do you think RSIEC did differently? Was it the absence of police or security agents? Was it the little or no use of lecturers? In your opinion, what do you think happened?
I think what is What was unique about the local government election that was just conducted by RSIEC? There are too many aspects that are unique.
Okay, tell me
that
about it.
Could be reckoned with.
Okay.
Let me also tell you, even the absence of the Nigerian police is even a credit to the success of the election. Virtually, in the past elections, you see Nigerian police aiding and abetting electoral fraud. You see Nigerian police.
You're a lawyer, but that's do you have proof to that effect when you say
it's commonplace?
It's commonplace.
It's commonplace. It's commonplace.
All right, let's hear your thoughts.
Yes. Now, the absence of the Nigerian police watered down the degree of electoral malpractices we have always witnessed in several elections held in Nigeria. But here, there was no police. People conducted themselves in an orderly manner. Nobody bullied anybody. No hijack of electoral materials. The presence of police.
Do you think
in previous elections has always given rise to?
Okay. Now you keep mentioning these unique aspects of RSIEC.
Let me also.
I want to throw a question.
I was to go to some other area that RSIEC
okay, let's
did
hear
very
you.
well.
Let's hear you then.
Canada, my dear brother. Electoral material started arriving at the war collation centers as early as 6:30. Distributed to the units.
Okay.
8 o'clock. This is a far cry from what we used to witness.
Okay, now I want to throw a question at you. Do you think RSIEC had it easy because some major players or stakeholders were not involved? For instance, you saw the protest, or you must have seen the report about protests on Saturday to RSIEC office saying, hey, the process was not done rightly, and we're not a part of the process because the process was not done rightly. Do you think maybe if the PDP, which is, by the way, the governor's party, and maybe, the faction of the APC had joined the other faction of the APC to be part of the election, that it wouldn't have been as easy as it was for RSIEC? Do you think so?
I think the presence, the participation of PDP would have made no difference.
Oh, really?
Yes, it would have made no difference in the sense that the way and manner RSIEC organized this election is second to none.
Okay, I would have to pause you there. I'm really sorry. I keep disrupting your thoughts, but I do have a commercial. After the commercial, we'll talk some more.
Thank you.
3 Nigeria info. 28 minutes gone past 4. And I remain Kala Dakuru Batibor, and I am looking at a postmortem of the local government elections that was conducted by RSIEC on the 5th of October 2024. Now, while some people are celebrating, saying, all kinds of things to back in the euphoria of their victory, others are not as happy, and they are grieved and they're complaining. So we will looking, and you will get a chance to tell me what your experience was. I know some of you did not participate, but you observed. What did you observe in your area? What really transpired? I'd like to hear, and we will get talking very shortly. But I'm going to go back to my guest, who's a lawyer, and he is the legal advisor of the Head Legal
International Society for Social
International
Justice.
Society for Social Justice
and Human Rights.
And human rights. And we're talking social justice, by the way. And the voice you just heard is that of Paul Nwankwoala, Esquire. It's good to have you in the studio.
Thank you, Mr. Kalada.
All right. So you were trying to answer a question that threw at you, saying, could it be that RSIEC had it easy because some political players in the state did not participate? And you said no. But tell me why you said no.
I have said no, that the absence of people. Let me begin by saying that about 18 registered political parties, it was only PDP that did not participate in this election. All other political parties registered with INEC participated in this election. So the absence of PTV was of no moment.
But Barrister Paul, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that yes, APC did, but there were factions, and I was basically asking that if the APC were not factionalized, could it have been a good opposition for APP? For instance, if the PDP were there, could it have been a good opposition for APP? Could it have been evenly contested? Could they have been setting things that could have characterized the election that would have made it difficult for RSIEC? I'm just asking this.
Well, why not holding a brief for RSIEC? It is clear that RSIEC recognized the faction of APC that has the latest judgment.
Okay.
The APC led by Honorable Emeka Beke. So it is correct to say, without equivocation, that APC participated in the election. A faction of it, if at all, unknown to law, does not exist. And I'm saying that 17 registered political parties participated in this election. So the absence of PDP would have made no difference, assuming it had participated.
All right, okay. So let's quickly take a look at HA. What really happened? Why was the collation paused for a bit? What transpired? You are an observer. Yes. What did happen? Can you tell us?
Yes. Why the collation of results from HA was paused for a bit was very simple. RSIEC did offer reason for that.
Okay, tell us.
That given the vastness of HA in terms of landmark and the number of wards, it was difficult to have done the collation with immediacy.
But is HA bigger than Obiakpo, for instance? Yeah. Is HA bigger than Falga, for instance, in terms of landmass, like you pointed?
Yes. In terms of landmass, HA has two constituencies. In fact, you really need to assess HA to know how large in terms of landmass that HA is. HA is expansive, so it was very difficult to have conveyed the electoral materials from remote wards in HA.
So it wasn't a political arrangement, from your observation. It wasn't because some people, 22 local governments won by APP. Others were expecting, that John Otameri of the APP would have also won, that election, and then it was paused, and then AA Actions Alliance won, could there have been some political underhand, so to say?
No. The posting of the declaration of a chair result, as when others were declared, were simply, as I did express, it arose from the vastness of a chair. And I should also tell you that why John Otamre lost the election was that there was a sympathy vote from voters in a chair from both constituencies against the APP as a party.
Why would are you saying that HA people are not in support of the governor? Because it's believed and it's rumored that those who went to the APP for this election or who ran under the umbrella of the APP were loyalists to the governor.
That is not true.
I'm asking a question. Yes. I've not said whether it's true or false. I'm asking a question.
That is not true. The governor of Rivers State is a card-carrying member of PDP.
Okay.
And the governor's party distanced itself from any involvement and in participation in the last election. So that is the obvious truth
of the matter. Okay.
But let me tell you, I was in your station here when I was also advocating for the right of a chair constituency 1. I came here, I said, it is the right of a chair constituency 1 to produce the next elected council chairman. But it turned out that APP as a party, in the course of their nomination, fielded the Barrister John Ngubo Otamre against the zoning tradition, against the zoning pattern of a chair people. And what you saw that played out, that made Honorable Barrister John Ngubo Otamre to lose the election, was an exercise of, how do I put it? Sympathy vote. A chair people felt that there is no way Barrister John Otamre, who is from constituency 2, could have been voted in to man the council again. Obinna Anyanwu having held sway in the council for 6 years.
Okay.
So that was the case. That was the reason why.
Constituency 1 is happy now, I guess.
Yes, constituency 1 now. There was a protest vote in favor of a candidate, Action Alliance.
1-4?
Yes.
Okay.
Honorable Sodema 1-4.
Okay.
A seasoned politician who is highly grassrooted. Is socially influenced.
Are you saying this as an observer, or because it has now the pendulum is now, on the side of constituency 1? Is that why you're saying these, or I mean, all the praises you're giving on this?
No. The praises I'm giving to Honorable Zadema 1-4. Like I did say, I am from a local government area, and I also elected the area where I will exercise my agency. I told you I was an observer, RSIEC observer.
RSIEC certified observer.
Yeah, observer. So I am from a and we know who is who in a chair.
Okay.
Honorable Zadema 1-4 is a grassroots politician. His social influence permeates the various wards in the chair constituency 1 and 2.
I'll put this on record. I would call you maybe in 1 year's time to ask you if you still hold to the same belief, right? But let's quickly move. Constituency 1 now has it. The question on many people's mind is, what are they bringing to the table? Not just Honorable Nwankwoala. Now we're looking at the 23. What should people be expecting? Once again, you are very knowledgeable of the law as a lawyer. The Supreme Court has given a judgment. Local government autonomy means that the local government is somewhat independent of the state government. So just like the state government is independent of the federal government. So the question then is, what are they bringing to the table? Theoretically, legally, what are the people supposed to expect? Especially now, you're from HA. What are they supposed to expect? What is he supposed to bring to the table? What's the ideal situation?
Thank you. Well, I will not hold brief for the elected council chairman. Supposedly, he would have drawn up blueprint that would have articulated his areas of interest in the governance of a local government area. But generally speaking, we are expecting rural road electrification. Generally speaking, we are looking at himself improving the academic, the quality of academics in a local government area. In other words, attending to the needs, the educational needs of a people. Okay. Like there are indigent students who ordinarily may drop out from school. We expect him take a census of these indigent students, pay their school fees, pay them bursary, it will help them. Some communities are yet to be connected to the national grid in the chair. Irrespective of that, we have enough deposits in the chair. That communities in the chair are cut off from the national grid. So we're expecting him to most of these communities to the national grid. Okay. We're expecting him build up commercial center markets and standard markets, devoid of what we will have. Then the roads where agricultural produce could be conveyed down to the hinterland. We also expect them to attend to those rural roads.
All right. Let's pause you now. Let's go to the phone lines. We've got 20 minutes or even less, and so let's get to hear from you, the listener, what your thoughts are. A postmortem. I mean, he's talking about what he observed. He was in HA Constituency 1. Where were you on election day? What did you observe? What are some of the things you'd like to share with me? Do you think, in your opinion, or, I mean, do you agree with Mike as, in your opinion, that democracy won the day? Or do you think there are certain things that did not go well and that you would like to share with, the public? 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, 0817 923 0007, and 0817 923. Okay, I think those are the numbers. So you would have to send me WhatsApp messages for WhatsApp. You would have to send me WhatsApp messages to the WhatsApp number 080903064116. So I keep, forgetting my numbers because I want to ask another question to you, the listener. Looking at what RSIEC has done, can we make a case for state electoral commissions? Remember, as much as some of you are praising the work of RSIEC, there's still at the national level the discourse on whether we need a national body to conduct local government elections for states or on behalf of the state. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? I'd like to get to hear from you. Do you think this is a case? So let's get your thoughts. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007. Someone is asking my guest, and I think you should note it down. Is that is HA bigger than Gokana or Kana? Mr. Paul is just deceiving himself and not the general public. Mr. Otamere went to the government house to be sworn in as others, only to be told he has been replaced with Uzodima. The vice chairmanship candidate that ran the election alongside Uzodima was King Nwankwoala, but he was substituted as vice chairman some minutes before the purported swearing in with Ben Nwuzi, the immediate younger brother of the HA Simplified leader, Chief Ambrose Nwuzi. I pity for the state. Uzoma Chima with that one. Can you confirm what he has said?
That is false.
That is false?
The falsehood that is speak.
So are you saying that the vice chairman was not replaced? That's Nwankwoala's vice chairman was not replaced.
Honorable Uzodima Nwankwoala had a running mate, who is Honorable Ben Nwuzi.
Mm-hmm.
Both were the candidates for the chairman, for the chairman, office of the chairman and the vice chairman.
Mm-hmm.
The report is Really not. It's
So
falsehood.
so you're saying Ben Woozy was also, I'm sorry, you're saying Ben Woozy was on the ticket and not, it was not a substitute.
It was not substituted. He was not substituted.
Okay.
He ran the election with Honorable Nwankwoala as a running mate.
Let's go to a Che where Lugaman is calling. Lugaman, welcome.
Yes,
I greet you quickly. The phone lines are terrible, so just quickly tell us.
And I also greet my leader,
Kahanka.
Okay, so Lugaman, the phone lines are terrible. Let's quickly run with your thoughts, please.
Are you hearing me better now?
Yes, I am. Let's go straight to the point. Oh, Lugaman, go straight to the point, please.
Yes, I want to first of all that images of Dr. Uzodinma as a deputy of the local government is very deserved victory, because he's a young man that was tested and tried and confirmed. He campaigned around the chair and the people spoke in one voice, because see, the marginalization in the chair is too much. I want to thank the governor for listening to people of the chair. Because Constituency 1, Constituency 2 have ruled a chair for 6 years, and the commissioner is different from the Constituency 2. Most of the points that was made in this government is Constituency 2, Constituency 2. So this election that brought Uzodinma is well limited, because 60 votes from Constituency 1 is one that is the thing that made him need pressure. Remember, your guest said 97%. I score recent 100%.
All right, Lugaman, I've got to go. All right, they did fantastically well. Thank you. We've got Lumba. Engineer Lumba, welcome. Let's get your thoughts, please.
I need to Canada.
Yeah, welcome.
Now, I got the election that day. I go to see that the way they vote.
I am listening.
You know that the election is
the best you've ever experienced.
I think it's one of the best elections I ever seen.
Okay.
So many people come out and there's no police. You see that accent of the government that particular day, nobody slapped anybody, nobody beat anybody. People are in line, they vote in line by line, they vote finish. People don't get anything, and they see and everybody does and go, nobody fight each other. This is deceiving us in this country. They don't know that they are doing government, they are doing government. It's only government that correlation. People who are so connected and doing things that human beings. Who know that we have to get something now? This supply government.
Lumba, I'm sorry, I have to let you go. The line, the network is terrible. Eze from Rumumasi, let's try you. Welcome, Eze.
Okay, how are you feeling?
All of them, welcome.
Respect is best. Because I've never had their own possibility. What people have
oh, sorry. You can hear them. Okay, you're not even wearing your headset. Well, let's say this one. This one says, I don't know why people don't know the difference between landmass and population. Rivers State local government area is bigger than both Kana and Gokana. Gokana is not even up to Ozuzu clan in HA. People, okay, we're not here to drag as to which is bigger, though from Port Harcourt, but thank you nonetheless. This one says, I think since they now praise RSIEC for a good job, I therefore appeal to INEC to adopt the RSIEC model henceforth in all elections in the country, since the model and outcome is celebrated and are judged to be the best election. And make Emi Fiaga with that one. This one says the just concluded local government election has proven that INEC can do away with police when conducting an election from thank God ability at Tuwegu. And this one says, ask him how will the chairman tackle land grabbing currently ravaging HLGA and poor Obat Road. He's not speaking on behalf of the government, so I would have to skip that one. As I said, it is quite unfortunate that in Nigeria we still have a long way to go because of what is happening in River State. How can a police that are supposed to be protecting citizens, and now the major problem that court would be giving judgment not to participate in activities or elections? I never trust Nigeria again with what is happening in River State. Smart from HA. This one says, I want to know if any person or party that didn't take part in a particular election has legal right to go to court in respect of any issue arising from such election prints. Let's even deal with that as a lawyer. Do you think they've got the locus, is it standee or standby? I don't know which you guys call it in law. But do they have the locus to, challenge? That's the people who didn't participate.
With reference to PDP?
Let's go with PDP.
Yeah. PDP has got no local standing. It has got no standing to challenge the outcome of the election or the declaration made by RSIEC. The law is right that a person or a party that did not participate in the election has no legitimacy, has no legal standing or local standard to challenge the outcome of that election. Yes, if you attempt to do that, the law will express, the court will express that you are lacking in locus to bring such a suit. Because you would have been seen as a meddlesome interloper, a strange-bed fellow. It's just like a man who sneaks into his neighbor's bed and say, the way you lay this bed, it's not comfortable for you to sleep in it. You would have no part there. So people, if the law you want to allege before the conduction, do well to approach the court before the conduct of the election. So the conduct and declaration of the election will not stop any pre-election matter from going on.
All right. Okay. So your final thoughts, because we've come to that part where we would have to say goodbye. But let's use the remaining minutes to have what your final thoughts are on the election that held on Saturday, especially as it relates to HA. Because I remember the last time you came in, I tried to ask you different questions. You were so eager and you were inclined to talk about HA Constituency 1. Now that HA Constituency 1 has it, I hope HA Constituency 1 people can rest easy now. I hope now they feel part of the government.
We are very happy. HA Constituency 1 people are very happy beyond measure. And in expressing our joy, we also thank the government of Rivers State that provided RSIEC the enablement to conduct this election in the most credible manner. The government of Rivers State also gave RSIEC the charge to ensure that the conduct of the election should conform with international practices and standards.
And you think that happened?
Yeah, that happened.
If INEC does this or uses this same method and this same process to conduct elections at the state level, will HA people or the rest of River State be happy in your opinion? Do you think they will be happy with what has transpired?
Indeed. If INEC will take recourse to the measures adopted by RSIEC in conducting this local government election, my dear brother, we will not be talking about electoral malpractices. We will not be talking about impediments in our elections.
Okay.
Yes. I think it is high time that INEC borrowed a leave from RSIEC.
RSIEC. All right.
And if I am to say, I will say there should even be no need passing a law authorizing National Electoral Commission to take over the conduct of local government elections.
Let me pause you. This one says HA Constituency 1 does not have political power compared to Constituency 2. This election was planned and it doesn't demonstrate the interest of HA people. What do you make of that?
I'm sure that person is not...
Because another person sent me picture, campaign poster of Nwankwoala, and his deputy advice was on King, and that was something.
Yes. The Kingdom Nwankwoala was substituted by his party APP within the limits, the statutory limits allowed by RSIEC law.
I see.
That was what happened.
I see.
Within the statutory limit allowed by RSIEC law.
All right. I would have to say goodbye to you, but thank you very much for participating. And in future we would also call you to come in and give your opinions on issues like this. But thank you once again for coming in.
Thank you, Mr. Kalada.
All right.
Good to have me in your station.
All right, then. Thank you very much and keep listening. When I come back, we will now go to Ikwere Local Government Secretariat, Obiakpor. I would also go to Eleme. When I say go, not physically, literally. So do stay tuned.